Hey guys, I'm hungryhuman and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a long while, but today I start uni again for the semester. So I'm thinking I want to do a bit more of like a day in the life sort of thing, or a week in the life. So pretty much here I am. I'm gonna take you through my day or my week, show off the campus a little, show off the kind of work I have to do for my computer science degree at Murdoch.
I don't wanna mess with you, no. I don't wanna fuck on those hoes. I don't need love on these shows. Dripping in my brand new clothes.
Gonna go check out the new building now. Got an iced latte. Might try and find somewhere there to sit and start getting some work done before my first class at 11:30. So let's go.
Bands with no hoes, always dripping in some brand new clothes. Trying to stack up that cash, so let's go. I ain't gonna lie, my head's low. Still I turn up that bass, let it explode. Let it blast in your face like a C4. I don't hit brakes cause I need more. I don't need brakes cause I need more. Yeah.
So I found myself a place to sit. It seems pretty quiet actually. That's nice. I've got 20 odd minutes until my first class, which is online, so I can just sit here and do it. I'm thinking I kind of want to try and learn how to use Git and GitHub, especially because a lot of my, 2 out of my 3 units this semester are coding based, so it'll be really good to be able to use that to access my code wherever I need to and stuff like that. So, and it'll be a good way to manage different versions. Obviously being version control. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that.
Breaking thermometers, shit gets hot when I go down on her. Baddest on the block, tell my lady that I honor her. Never gonna stop, I don't need that many followers, no.
Alright, so after watching a video on the beginner's guide to GitHub and doing a little bit of reading, I think I have a little bit more of an understanding of how GitHub works and what it does and stuff like that. One of my biggest things was the difference between a project and a repository. I was always confused about what it was, but I never really looked into the features. So I did a little bit of reading, and a repository is pretty much all your project files. So it basically is a project, and then a project in GitHub is like a project board, so you can post like tasks that need to be done, what's completed, what's not, and that kind of thing. So something like you could do in like Trello or something like that. It's kind of like a more of a project management sort of thing, rather than where you actually store your files and all that. And yeah, so I guess I was just getting confused between those two things. Anyway, that was my understanding. I could be wrong. Correct me if you know any better. But yeah, so now I'm gonna do my first lecture. Starts in 3 minutes. And yeah, I'll catch up with you after that.
Rarely post on my Instagram. You don't need a pic to know who I am. I'm just a bad motherfucker, same motherfucker with no friends. I don't wanna mess with you, no. I don't wanna fuck on those hoes. I don't need love on these shows. Dripping in my brand new clothes. Baby got a cramp but don't fold. I don't ever miss, I hit the bullseye. And that's why
It is like 7:30 and I've only just got out of my lecture. Couldn't film much, but yeah, it is what it is. Alright, it is now Tuesday of week 1. I only have one class today. It is the lab of that data structures unit, the one that I had the lecture for yesterday. That is not till 10:30, and right now it is 10 o'clock, so I got half an hour to kill. Maybe we'll have a brief look over what we're supposed to be doing in the lab, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll see you then. Alright, so I basically decided it's already like 10 past 10, so I'm just gonna chill at the new building, ready for class. because by the time I get my laptop out and stuff like that, it's already going to be time to start walking there, because I got to account for the walk as well. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one, I can tell. I am so stumped in that class. I could be entirely screwed. Right now I'm going to get some lunch, and then I'll tell you guys about it. I haven't picked the quietest spot on campus, but that is okay. So, pretty much so far in ICT 283, which is Data Structures Unit, we've only really been doing revision from ICT 159, which was Fundamentals of Programming. So right now we are working on redoing assignment 2 from that unit, which was a change calculator, but we got to use knowledge from 159 as well as ICT 167 and stuff like that, and just try and make a better solution to it, making sure we adhere to single responsibility, making it abstract, all that kind of thing, which I am really struggling with, because I was looking over my old assignment and it's a mess. No comments as well, so it's making it really tough to kind of think about my logic. And then remembering the C language, it's been a real pain. So pretty much what I'm doing right now is kind of just working on that. When I get a better understanding of what I'm doing, I can explain it to you all. That's just kind of where I'm at right now. So one thing that you had us thinking about was the implementation, I guess. So if we wanted to account for other currencies, you wouldn't want to have to touch the code at all. You want to just be able to be like, okay, I want to use this currency. The program will work. No need to recompile, no nothing. So I've been trying to work on ways to do that, and I heard him mention something about a configuration file, like a text file that'll say, okay, this is this currency, and then all the program would be doing is reading it, and then any file that uses that currency will work with the program. Maybe I could have that at the beginning. Every time this program runs, it'll read in a configuration file specifically. I think that might be the best way to do it. So what else have I done? Right now, when I've been doing this rewrite, all I've done is my change calc function. So pretty much in a for loop, I'm counting how many times the coin can go into that sum, and then once it can no longer do that, it minuses that coin from the sum and repeats until all the coins are done. My only thing about it is I don't know if it adheres to the single responsibility rule, so I might need to redo that. And I've also been thinking that when I do that, because I'm using a pointer, that sum variable is being altered directly at the address, the memory address that it's located, which means when that function exits, or when I return from that function, that sum is going to be 0. And I might need that again later, especially when it comes to printing. So I might need another function that I can then call after this function to return the sum back to its original value, which I put all in one function last time. So I need to split that up, which will be relatively easy, because I would just do a loop where it just goes through the amount of coins and multiplies it and adds it to the sum. I think I'm gonna get onto that now, and then I will catch up with you guys. I don't know, either the next day I'm on campus or later today.
Caught up in the headlights, shorty got them red lights, get me out of bed like I need more. Gotta find the best time that I can rest my case before I wreck my head some more. I don't got a deadline, I be making headlines, try to make her realize that I'm gone. If I can get my head right, might as well get dead, guys, shorty, so I rest my case solo.
I've got a little bit done now, so that's good, but it's not looking amazing at the moment, so I'm gonna call it for now, I think, and then maybe I'll get some done while I'm at home. Alright, today is Thursday, we're back on campus. I have 3 classes today, and the first one starts in about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna head over that way. It's my first class in the new building, actually. I don't know if I'll be able to film, probably not, but I'll try and see if I can get a quick, show off of the classroom, something like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna head to that now. I'm not gonna have time to do anything beforehand, so yeah, let's go.
So low, got no time for the most chase, go, no hope, better back out the way, cause I'm about to blow.
Alright, so I've got this little study meeting room. Had to kick people out. I felt so bad. And then people tried to kick me out because they said they booked it from 10:30 till 12:30 as well, and I was like, oh no. So that's not good. Interesting. But I'm going to try and get some work done on that 283 assignment, or exercise, and then see how I go from there. I still don't know what I'm doing as such, and I'm kind of nervous, so I've got to really get the work knuckle down and
He caught up in the headlights, shorty got them red lights, get me out of bed like I need more. Gotta find the best time that I can rest my case before I wreck my head some more. I don't got a deadline, I be making headlines, try to make her realize that I'm gone. If I can get my head right, might as well get dead, guys, shorty, so I rest my case so long.
Here's a little quick tour of the room. Yeah, just a nice little space. Well, so you probably already saw, but we have a guild day on Guild Festival. I think I took a quick video of that, so that you probably would have already seen. Managed to get myself a small little bag, which I might look into and show you guys later. So I think this building is kind of terrible because I think there was an issue with the booking system for those rooms because someone else ended up claiming it, so I was like, alright, whatever. Anyway, so I guess now would be a good time to show you what I've got in this bag. So we got this calendar. I don't really want to unravel it right now because it's taped and that'd be a pain to put back together. Well, I got this destroyed diary apparently. I don't know if that was me or not. Could have been, because I did try to put this in my bag. Well, the entire bag in my bag, so I think I could have accidentally destroyed it. Oops. And actually, no, I think I did, like, kind of. Anyway, so we got this diary. Looks pretty cool. Doesn't look like it has much in there. I mean, it's got information about uni and note sections and discounts and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. I got this flyer for a gym. Murdoch students get 15% off weekly membership. Gaming-inspired workouts. I have to check that out. Student Guide 2023. Yes, it's got a map on the back. Information about the guild, clubs, stuff like that. Oh, cool. Mini USB stick. It's pretty sick. Looks like more flyers. I think that's YMCA flyer. Something else. Queer Collective. Must be like one of the clubs here or something. So it's got their event schedules. Not bad. And I think something else. Women in STEM Society sticker, I think. Pretty cool. And finally, we got this hat. Don't think it's something I'd wear. As you can tell, I'm not really a hat person. And then yeah, we got this bag, which I actually could use maybe as like a tote bag or to carry some books around in or something. Could be useful. So yeah, that's what we got in this bag. Anyway, so I think the plan now is to go get some lunch because I'm kind of hungry. I mean, it's only 11:30. So we'll see. And I'm gonna have to find another place on campus that I can study and film as well. So yeah, I don't really have to film it. I've filmed a fair bit this week actually, surprisingly. So I feel like I have plenty of content. But I've still got, another class tomorrow, so yeah, and assignments and stuff like that never ends. So I'm always going to be studying and filming that. Yes, I'm going to go get some lunch, I think. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Got myself a hot dog for free. That's nice. Apparently it's supposed to be like a petting zoo sort of thing around. So I might go have a look. I don't know if I'll pet anything, but oh, they've got mini golf too. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, I'll go suss that out. It was pretty cool. Got myself a nice latte and now heading to class, which is ICT 289 Computer Graphics Principles. Let's go. Pretty much about to head home. One more day to go, and that's the end of the week. Alright, so we've reached the end of the first week. Last day of the week, obviously Friday. I've only got one class today, and that's the lab for the Computer Graphics class 289. So I don't have that till 2:30. It's 11 o'clock now. So I'm pretty much gonna try and maybe have a quick look through what we're gonna be doing. And also try and finish that exercise for 283 data structures. So yeah, let's go. So I've managed to get myself another one of these study rooms in the new building. I'm hoping things don't go bad. Instead of booking ahead, I've just walked up, found an empty one, and reserved it until the time that I want. So hopefully it all goes well from there. Obviously if someone comes, well then someone comes. It said it was free for the rest of the day, so I don't think anyone has booked it. So yeah, hopefully it all goes well. I also don't know how to turn all the lights in here, so we're gonna be in the dark.
Think I need a detox. Tell me why I can't stop running back and do it again. All the time that we lost, never get it back. I love the moments that I regret. I need those restless nights waiting on your call. I try to cloud my mind with the alcohol. I go to stand my ground, but I know I'll fall for you.
Alright, let me talk you guys through what I'm thinking. So, I don't think you can really read it, but I was trying to figure out a way I could dynamically allocate, or decide how many coins a currency will have, so it's not just restricted to the 4 I was making the assumption about. And I thought I'd found a way I could do it by just specifying that in coins is a pointer in currencies, or in the struct currencies, and then I would read in a variable that tells me how many coins are in that currency, and then allocate the memory for it right there and then. But I don't think it'll work, because I think I would have to do it in this read function. Well, hold up. No, because it would need to know how many currencies it's reading. fscanf would need to know how many it's reading, right? Let me do a bit more of a read up on fscanf and then see if there's something I can do. Hold up, let me write something out.
No, I can't handle the stress. She knows I'm drunk by the text that I regret that I said. What's next? What's next if I can't leave you be? I think I need a detox, detox. Tell me why I can't stop running back and do it again. All the time that we lost, never get it back. I love the moments that I regret. Then I do it again, again, again. Then I do it again, again, again. I think I need a detox, detox. Tell me why I can't stop running back and do it again.
Alright, so I don't know if you can really read it, but this is my current read config file pretty much. So I create temporary variables of name, count, and coins. I scan in the file using fscanf. So then we've got it reading the config file, and then we've got it reading a string and 4 integers. Then what happens there is that for the name, it reads the length of the string and then makes the final character the null character, or I can't remember what it's called now. Null terminator, I think it is. Something like that. And then it copies that string into the currency. So it's got its name, and then for each of the 4 coins, it copies the coin in a for loop, and then returns the count, so I can then reallocate the memory for how many currencies there is. But what I realized it won't work is because in fscanf, you can see as parameters, it has what variables are being read in, or what types are being read in. And I was like, well, I've specified pretty much how many integers, how many coins are going to be read in, which is 4. So I was doing some reading, and what I found is that if I wanted to have a varying length of the file, I need to use fgets. So I could try and fix it to use fgets, but what I'm thinking is going to be best is probably just leaving it for now. I really don't know if you can see me right now. Is leaving it for now and just creating that assumption, and then if I need to improve on it to allow it to read different numbers of different numbers of coins. So say, I don't know, Thai baht had like 5 coins rather than 4, then it would be able to do it. But for now, I'm just gonna assume that no currency is gonna have more than 4 coins and go with that, I think. So yeah, pretty much this is my currency. I actually haven't even tested this, to be honest. I'm just kind of following what I did in my old assignment for reading in the data file, and just kind of hoping this works. I really don't even know if you could hear me. But yeah, pretty much that's my thinking. I'm just gonna leave it for now and just try and get this thing, I guess, not so much just to work, but to still adhere to abstraction and single responsibility principle. Yeah.
I want that toxic love, come and fill my cup. The only drug I need, I let it fuck me up. I like to lose my sleep over you and me. You know, you know, you know.
Alright, pretty much where I'm at now is I'm up to doing the calculation of the most efficient number of coins to return to each person, but I've run into a little bit of a problem. I don't know how the program will know which currency that the person owns. So I've obviously created a struct where I've stored the name of the currency, but that has no way to reference the currency struct for that currency, I guess. So I got to figure out a way that I can connect those two together without being like a dependency sort of thing, I think. Because that's one thing they don't like is things being dependent on others. So, I mean, I could just do it and then get feedback on it. Just create the dependency and being like, yes, I know this is not good, but I didn't know how else to do it, so I just submitted it anyway in hoping for feedback. So I could try that, but that's something I'll come back to for now. And then I pretty much just got to sort out the menu and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully it all goes well. The one thing I am afraid of with this video though is that it's just going to be very repetitive. Because let's be honest, the normal uni life is pretty much the same thing all the time. Go to class, you study. And like, even with cinematic shots, I'm going to the same places all the time. It's like, not really much else I can do. I'll probably end up taking the same cinematic shots. So I think that's kind of why I want to explain what I'm working on or like what I'm learning, because that way I can still provide value, like a reason to watch each new video, because otherwise you're just going to be watching the same thing. So I hope I don't come across like that, and I hope that, you know, you guys will still continue to watch even though it might seem repetitive at times. Don't worry, I'm trying to give as much as I can to make it slightly different or just different. And yeah, the only way I feel I can do that is by trying to explain my thought process for any assignment I'm working on, or yeah, just like the content that I've been learning in each of these classes. Yeah. And the other thing about trying to provide value by, you know, teaching you guys or trying to explain to you guys what I'm learning in class is it should help me to learn, because trying to explain it to someone else is obviously, you know, a really good way to try and remember information yourself. And I think there was some sort of thing that was like this rubber ducky thing where like most engineers would just talk out their thoughts to a rubber duck, and it would actually help them see clearer about, you know, what they're working on and find the correct solution. So yeah, let's hope that helps me. Lunch today, leftover spaghetti. I just had a potentially good idea for my code. What if to connect the currency to a person, I have a currency reference, and then I could create a function that has a switch case for each currency. Maybe it won't work actually, because then how does it know how many currencies it's going to have and what currencies? Alright, I'll come back to that idea in class. Let's do this. So basically, due to the labs not having the proper software installed properly or something like that, we ended up just starting the lecture for next week We were talking about basic mathematic operations, or basic mathematics in computer graphics. So we started learning about points and vectors, as well as matrices, the kind of operations that can be performed on and stuff like that, and what the kind of use is in computer graphics. I still don't quite understand it. It was a little confusing, so I don't really want to go into too much detail in explaining it, because I think he also did only go over things very briefly for now, because I guess, to be fair, we weren't even really supposed to be doing this lecture yet. So yeah, but that's pretty much just what we were covering, or talking about, just basic mathematic operations for computer graphics. So yeah, anyway, with the end of the week comes the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna try and do more of this. I won't know if a week in a life is the best structure until I finish editing this video and see how long it is and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully it all goes well, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And I really do look forward to doing more of these, especially if it turns out good. So yeah, don't forget to join my Discord server. Link will be in the description. Follow me on Instagram at hungryhuman. Follow me on Twitch in case I do any streaming. It's hungryhuman as well. And yeah, just remember, be hungry, stay human.
I think I need a detox. Tell me why I can't stop. Run it back and do it again. All the time that we lost, never get it back. I love the moments that I regret. Then I do it again, again. Then I do it again. I think I need a detox. Tell me why I can't stop. Run it back and do it again.
I did forget a semicolon here, but that's okay.